All right, guys, like I said before, these are the ones that I've created using iron on. Okay, surprisingly it came out really good. You know, the last videos that I made, I talked about how the iron on were giving me images that were really bad, you know, like something like this, giving me images like that. But I realized that it could be the type of iron I was using. So this was the one I actually used also with the new iron I'm using. Not really new per se, but it's new to me for this craft that I'm doing. Instead, what I did, I kind of thought about um, the heat press and the easy press, how they just have a smooth surface when they get on top of the heat transfer paper and on top of the cardstock. But the iron I was using, and the ones probably some of you might have at home, might have those holes in the bottom that allows for steaming to occur, right? But this one that I got, I decided to go to one of those thrift stores, like Goodwill store, and I got an iron like this. You see how it has like a flat surface. There are no holes in them, so it's just flat, just like you will see on a heat press or on a easy press. So I decided to get this. I think I got this for like $5. You can see the price there. All right, I just went this morning and I got it, and so far this was the result I got. Okay, I've been getting results like this. All right, but I must say this though, that if you, this can get hot. These are the old irons, they can get really hot. So if you put it all the way down to the hottest, you will get burning. See, you will get something like this. It will be burning to discolor your paper. But if you like this kind of vintage color, like, you know, old paper color, you can go for that. But you can see it's leaving the images. Look how the writings is very clear, crisp and clear. So I really like that. But the color that it gives, it's up to you. If you want the type of person who like the vintage old paper kind of look for your design, you can go for it. But I decided to come down to the wool, and I put this for 60 seconds, just like the 60-second rule I was talking about. However, when I was done pressing on it, when the 60 seconds has expired, what I did, I removed the heat transfer paper immediately. And this is different from when I said the easy press, you have to wait for another 60 seconds. For the ironing, it seemed like this is different. And again, your iron might be different from what I have. If you have one of those old school ironing, pressing irons, you might not need to make it that hot, and you might just leave it at wool or cotton. For cotton, I would suggest 45 seconds. For wool, I would say 60 seconds. That's what I did. But I've not really played around with the other settings. Just the wool and the cotton has been giving me great results. Actually, the cotton gave me this result, all right, and that was for 45 seconds. Actually, no, the wool gave me this result, and that was for 60 seconds. And the cotton gave me this result, and that was for 45 seconds. You can see a little bit of discoloration on the wool and the cotton than the wool, because the cotton seemed to be hotter than the wool. So that's what I'm saying. It depends on your iron. Okay, so don't quote me on these things. Also try the ones you want to use. Your iron, the heat from your iron might be different. Okay, and one other thing that I did was that I decided not to move around too much with the iron, because when I move around too much with the iron, you will get like let me see if I can find one of them I did that I was moving around. Could be this first one. I think it's this first one. When I started, no, this one, because this one I used with a flat iron. And when I was moving this around, you can tell like it started moving and squishing around. And when I let it to dry for 60 seconds, because I wanted to try the 60-second rule on this. When I left this one to dry for 60 seconds, you could see I'm still peeling out the paper, the heat transfer paper from it. Okay, So I would suggest with the iron on, you can use this for 60-second pressing, and immediately it's done, you take it out. Don't wait for another 60 seconds, just like the heat press or the easy press. All right, I'm going to show you guys a demonstration right now so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Right, look at this, the cardstock paper. This is a 2.0 millimeters, and this is the image I'll be transferring on Redolence. All right, first I put this on top of it so I can get the proper measurement. Again, this measurement, I've said it in my last video that you can get this on my website, the template, because the template is going to help you measure in perfect alignment of your image so you can be able to transfer that onto your cardstock. All right, if you want to do that, you can go to my website. The link is in the description, and you can get the heat transfer paper. The heat transfer paper will come with a card that will direct you straight to where you can download the template. Okay, but if you don't want to get the heat transfer paper, you just want the template itself, you can go on my website. You will see it under downloads, and that will be for $1.99, and you can get that. All right, guys, so let's get cracking here. This is my parchment paper, so I'm going to use that to cover it. And my iron is set, if you look at it, don't know if you guys can see it, it's set at wool. Okay, I'm going to set my timer to 60 seconds. Here we go. And as I'm doing this, I'm pressing, putting some pressure, a little bit of pressure, not too much. You want to make sure your iron covers the entire of your board, okay, or of your cardstock. That will prevent you from doing the movement, okay? If you must move around, make sure it's probably towards the end, and don't press too much when you move around. Just like a little bit, like that. All right? Just to redistribute the heat, all right, before you clock to that 60 seconds, all right? All right, that's 60 seconds. So I'm not going to wait for that that much. So I'm just going to pull this out.